Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night. Where tonight on Top Split TV, we are coming to you for round two of season 34, I want to say, as we bring up the graphics. 34 from Brands Hatch, the Indy layout, which means racing's been pretty light on here this week, and light on here again, single split. 21 drivers by the looks, and light on in the commentary booth at the moment too. Corey AWOL. Not sure what's going on with Corey, but hopefully he'll turn up maybe at some point. We'll see how we go. Otherwise, we'll be flying solo. Let's take a look at who has turned up. Car number one would be the Cowboy, Sam Devantia. He has yet to take the stage, so yet to get out of the pits. Captain 499 Neil Gardner, generally stupid and slow racing. He is car number two. The Great Dane himself, Dennis Johansson from Scandinavia. He is back in the Doggo-mobile. Car number three. Great to see him back. He loves the full layout, as many people do, but joining us this time for the shorter Indy layout. Jeff Randall, of course, had a good night out the other night until things, I should say, the wheels fell off. It looks like something's going on with his wheels there. They look like they're about to fall off again. But Jeff had gone skipping racing, back with us once again. The Wildlife Warrior for Goose Juice Racing, Ryan Chinworth, joins us this week. He'll be car number 5. Car number 6, Chris Herrera, who's up in the crazy hours over there in the US of A for running on empty racing, perhaps getting ready for SNS tomorrow, depending on how he goes. Of course, Sunday night skippies over there on Cavalcade Racing. Go check him out. Car number 7 is Yannick Morale, the Frenchman, not on the track as yet. The head clown, Vasco Sorosky, he joins us. He's car number 8, currently provisionally in 3rd. Car number 9. Better start getting through these. Look at all the things going to be run. Brian Kelly from another one up, Crazy Times from the US. Great to see him back out there. Marcel Brunschweiler, after making debut last week, he's back as car number 10. Car number 11, Jesus Cabal from Iberia. He's currently sitting in 6th provisionally. Car 12, Craig Biley. Haven't seen Craig for a long time here on a Sunday night. Great to see him back there. ANZ driver. 13, Adrian Brook on debut from UK and I. 14, Greg Adams. 2 clowns in the field. Not quite a shutter, but the pink wheels, he'll stand out there for Mr. Adams. Car 15, if I can find it. No, he's not on track. Simon, oh, there he goes. Wareham from UK and I. On debut with us from memory. 16, Shoji Nishikiori, son from Japan, lone Japanese driver. Looks like he's done his laps. 17, I'm trying to find it on my list. Jason Willman hasn't taken the track as often his way in these big ones in quali. Craig Gilmartin from ANZ on debut with us is car number 18. 19 tonight, hasn't taken the field of play yet. Jeff Hayworth from the US of A. Car number 20. Karel Maya is car number 20, currently sitting in 14th provisionally. Car 21, Jorgen Rigtrup, who hasn't taken the track yet once again. But speaking of taking the track, he's here. The chaotic one is back. Corey, welcome to the booth, mate. Better late than never, as they say.
Yeah, a little bit fashionably late for me tonight, but looking forward to what should be a pretty good race here at Brands Hatch Indy. Looks like single split, so should be a little bit of action. Tight little track for all of our competitors out there tonight, Alex.
Yeah, tight's one way to describe it. 5 quarters. So Sorosky sitting on pole at the moment. He's done his laps. Morale's finally taken the pitch, so to speak. He's up to P4. I think he's had his 2. Herrera getting some extras in. We were riding on board there with the Cowboy. So he goes through Druids. Oh, I'm not sure that he carried quite enough speed through there. I think he's on his 2nd lap, as best as I can tell. Looking to move up from where he is, which is nowhere at the moment, down there in, what's that, about P19 or something there, Corey?
Yeah, Cowboy is on his second lap here, I can confirm. Didn't have the greatest of first laps there. I'm not sure what happened to him. Maybe just a 0x or a 1x somewhere, as he's coming out onto the straightaway now to finish off his second lap here. See what the Cowboy has in store for us.
Only good enough for P9.
Wow.
Short of a runny this week. I think everyone's been fascinated by the wet racing over at Sebring in the Formula Fords, but that's Devante's run and done. He's in P9, Corey, with Biley up in 11th. Still, potentially, this could be his second shot at it. No, that's it. All right, let's run through our grid quickly because we've got a few to get through. Now that they're done, Vasco Sorowski drops it on pole with some great qualifying efforts there for Team Clown. Ted Clown on the front row, starting from pole. Jeff Randall, his sparring partner from Okayama last week for Gone Skipping Racing, out of second. Generally Stupid and Slow, Captain 499. Neil Gardner starts out of third, alongside him Yannick Morel from France. Oh, look how tight the times are. Not even a tenth between those guys. Chris Herrera for running on empty starts out of fifth, alongside him with the Great Dane Dennis Johansson out of sixth. Jesus Cabal from Iberia out of seventh, and alongside him on the fourth row will be Marcel Brunschweiler, his best qualifying since starting with us this season. Sam Devanti, the Cowboy Racing, starts out of ninth. Alongside him will be Brian Kelly out of 10th. Craig Biley from ANZ, he starts out of 11th, and on the sixth row with him will be the other ANZ driver for Goose Juice Racing, Ryan Chenoweth. 13th off the grid tonight will be Shoji Nishikiori from Japan, half second off pole. Alongside him will be Simon Wareham from UK&I. Greg Adams from Team Clowns out of 15th tonight. Alongside him will be Adrian Brooks. Starting 17th tonight will be Karel Mayer. 18th off the grid will be Craig Gilmartin from ANZ. Similarly from ANZ, Jason Willman starts out at 19th. One of our old stages in the field. Great to see him out there. Jeff Hayworth from the USA starts out at 20th. And last off the grid without a time, as best as I can tell, as is the case for the last three, will be Jorgen Rigtrup Corey for MSB Racing. So this is his second or third run in the top split, but starting from the back tonight.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard for him to make overtakes around here tonight, Alex. Only really two opportunities, and that's into turn one and into turn two, as the red lights mean rev and the green lights mean go. We're underway here for round number 2 of season 34 Sunday Night Lights, right here from Brands Hatch, as they go thundering down into turn number 1. And it looks like the clown car of Vasco has taken full advantage as a turn number 2, and has come out with a really good lead here, Alex.
Absolutely, mate. He's got Jeff Randall right behind him. Neil Gardner as well, Morale, and Dennis Johansson. Johansson there sitting in fifth, already up one position past Chris Herrera. Expect the Doggo-mobile to be looking to move forward. He won the warm-up race in similar company. And despite how challenging it can be to pass here, often having to string multiple corners together as Randall takes a tight line on the exit of the final corner, a defend from Gardner, who was looking and thinking about going up the inside at turn 1. Johansson on the outside now. Herrera equally as aggressive, are trying to attack at turn 1 to regain that position. Oh, that underneath him. Was that Cabal? It was underneath Herrera. Oh, wow. The Cowboys gone under as well. 2 people costing Herrera. Look at that. The attack that Herrera was putting on there to get past Johansson cost him 2 positions, as both Cabal and Devanti went through at Druids there, Corey.
Yeah, and that was an incredible little move, Alex. I wouldn't have thought that they would have made that one stick with how tight the quarters were, but it was a great effort. But Vasco is still leading the way at the moment, but right there is Jeff Randall. Jeff Randall, another one who put in a pretty good run in the warm-up race. So too Neil Gardner. And this is a nice little group of 5 that's starting to form here at the start of this one as Randall looks up the inside of Vasco. Couldn't quite get there as they will continue on now down the hill into turn 3. And it looks like we already have one car in the pits, Alex, and that's the 18 of Craig Gilmartin.
Yeah, it would appear so. Let me see if I can't find what happened to him here. Let's go back and have a look. Oh, he's just, yeah, bit of netco, bit of too close for comfort there. And I think he's just hit the eject button from there. Oh, some stuff. Oh, Chris Herrera's gone round. He's had a moment there too. He's been in the wars. He's had, let me just find here what happened. Oh,
Looks like it was
yeah, the 11.
with Cabal.
Yeah, Cabal's lost it on the run up to the final corner. It's quite common there. We've seen it a few times this week. And unfortunately, the innocent bystander there was Herrera. And and they've come together again at the end just for good measure. Meanwhile, back up front in the live pictures, we've got Swarovski and Randall and Gardner. Oh, and there we go. Johansson's made it past Morale as well. We missed the overtake there. Here we go. We'll go check it back, see what happened with the overtake. No doubt, yep, around the outside at turn 2. Just drives around the outside. The compression of the cars in front, meaning that Morale was just not as fast as the free air that Johansson found himself in around the outside there. Corey, great move from Johansson again. Showing that we were spot on, that he's likely to move forward. This one is again, he goes around the outside of Gardner in that clean air. Gardner had 2 cars braking in front of him, and Johansson just drove it all the way around the outside. That's 2 in 2 laps, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. Dennis has just been on an absolute tear around this track. 2 outside moves there into turn 2. He's going to be hard to stop at this one. The next one on his list is Jeff Randall to try and get around, and Randall, seeing that the last 2 were both taken around the outside, will probably be a little bit more defensive towards that outside. So we'll see how we're going to go this time as we head towards turn 2. Vasco takes the nice sweeping line through turn 1, and it looked like Dennis doing the similar as he's right on the tail of Randall. Randall tried to defend but couldn't quite get there. As look at the big drift from both Randall and Gardner as they went through turn 2. Randall still defending the 2nd position, and he will take it back here into the 3rd corner. So Dennis absolutely flying right now and just looking for the right opportunity to get around Randall right now.
Yeah, meanwhile, Morale's gone past Gardner. Oh, Johansson throws it up the inside of the final corner. A little bit of net code there. Throws the rear of, it was Randall's car going to the outside there of the final corner. He won't be happy with that, but on replay, you know, it was tight racing, and the dramatic movement in the rear end really caused by the net code, but the contact was there, no doubt, just perhaps not quite as dramatic. But it hasn't cost him too much. It's cost him 1 position and under threat now from Gardner as Gardner tries to go around the outside, but it's not quite as compressed in this front pack. And it means that, the Cowboys now in here as well. I spotted in the background. He made a couple of moves. He's up 3 positions and looking to get amongst it. Found some pace as the Cowboy, looking to get on the back of Captain 499 and have a move. But meanwhile, up in front, Vasco Swarovski. He's got half a chance getting away here, Corey. He's got 3/4 of a second on Johansson. He just needs to get his head down and see what he could do there. Not broken the draft yet, but getting close. He'll be crossing his fingers, although Johansson's got no one to fight with at the moment. Morale sitting behind and we're worried about Randall. The real risk, I guess, is that those 2 will run away. The front 2 might get away and leave the rest to fight over the scraps.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. And a small track like this, draft doesn't really come into play as much as what one would think, although there is quite a bit of draft along the curvy front straight. So we'll have to see how this one's going to end up, because as I said, DJ has just been absolutely flying here this week so far. Vasco no slouch himself, and that little bit of a battle absolutely opening up the gap. And Morale is probably going to have to worry about what's going to happen with him from Randall, as Randall gets a great run out of the final corner, sneaks up on the inside of Morale as they're going along the straight. Morale does have the draft, but Randall will have the inside run here for the first turn, and he'll take back third position as he's going to try and charge back towards our leaders. There's now 0.6 of a second that separates Johansson and Randall, as Randall's been absolutely closing that gap to Sorosky, Alex.
Yeah, the gap's actually stretched out to be about a second now from Randall to Johansson, but he's had pace for multiple weeks. Ever since he had the peepers fixed, he's just been going from strength to strength, setting the fastest lap last time round with a 51.1. Draft assisted, no doubt, but he's still in that lap, had to go up the inside of the final corner and make an overtake. Imagine that, setting the fastest lap while overtaking one of your competitors. He's now 1.1, so the front two, led by Sorosky, opening the gap a little bit. And Johansson will likely sit. What will Morale do? The Cowboy sitting in behind. He's got past and dispatched with Captain 499, up 4 positions now. I'm wondering if I missed the... Here it is, here it is. Let's go back and have a look. The Cowboy going around the outside. This is a replay of the overtake. Oh, Neil runs him wide as he's entitled to do. Left to car width, and then Devantier comes underneath at turn 3 and just gets the move done. Quality driving there from both the pair of ANZ drivers, as now Johansson's got past. Oh, I missed the overtake. Hang on, I'm going to go back and find it. Here it is. Let's have a look.
It's just as you were going to the previous replay.
Yeah, just gets him up the inside at Druid. Sorosky leaving plenty of room, perhaps hoping to build the gap and have a crack later on. If we go live pictures now, they've got only an 8/10, so that cost them 2/10 and potential breakaway there, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. But Johansson just wanted to get onto the front so he could try and pull away. Sorosky was probably the biggest bee in his bonnet for the warm-up race, so we'll have to see how this one is going to play out, as that gap is kind of coming down a little bit here. It's down to 0.6 now as they're heading towards the final corner. So it just looks like Randall definitely has a point to prove now, as he's trying to get right back onto the back of Sorosky, and he's dragging this entire pack with him, as Sorosky will take a look around the inside of DJ there. Couldn't quite get there, and he'll fall back into line, and the race will continue on here, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they'll be looking to Randall as Sorosky gets a little front right lock up. They'll be looking to Randall to bridge the gap, which it looks like he has done. Had great pace, race leading pace throughout, and last week got robbed of the opportunity alongside Perez by the great gluing incident of 2024. And now with Morale in tow, the Cowboy, who has shown a little bit more eagerness to move forward than we've seen him in the past. A little less patience, but patience not the order of the day when you qualify in 9th. He's moved up to 5th, up 4 positions, and looking to put his moves on in the later stages of this one. Just crossed about the halfway mark, or at least we will certainly have at the end of this one. It's 27 lap race, 27 laps, indicative of just how short this track is compared to the full GP layout, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. It's about 25 minutes, the race length. This would be about the halfway point here, halfway down the back area. And Vasco's starting to look a little bit racy. He's noticed that Randall is now all over his gearbox. He's starting to look for a move on DJ. He couldn't find one when it came to the warm-up race, so we'll have to see what's going to happen with these two as the race progresses, because it's just going to be such a tight battle. Randall already looking to attack on Vasco for second. He goes up the inside into turn 1. Vasco gives him just enough room, and Randall got up onto the ripple strip there a little bit, as now he'll make the move into second, making sure to not make any contact with Vasco, and Vasco also at the same time defending from Morale as they come out of turn number 2 there, Alex.
Yeah, great on-board pictures as we ran with Morale, saw the move up the inside from a first-hand point of view, as the Cowboy now looking very keen and eager to move on up, or continue to move on up. He is starting to feel like he might have a chance potentially with Morale. Swarovski now down 2 from his pole position. The aggression and pace of Randall showing through there. This time the Cowboy shows the nose. Tucks in behind this long train. He's got 4 cars in front of him, hoping to move forward. First target now, after downing 4 others, will be Morale, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. And it's going to be a tough one for Morale to try to defend against. He's going to have to make sure, well, Sam's going to have to make sure that he gets him in the right spot where Morale just really can't defend it. Getting a great run out of the final corner is probably the best bet to try and get the move made. But this top 5 right now are just absolutely in sync. Everyone's running pretty much the same line until they get out of the final corner here. That's where you see the different lines starting to take place. And then everyone straight back down to the inside. Look at how defensive DJ's going. He knows Randall has pace. Everyone almost in sync besides DJ, sweeping back out to the outside of the track to open up the corner. And Randall looking for the move at the inside. DJ goes defensive, just about taking off the nose of Randall's car. And this is where Cowboy makes his move around the outside of turn 2. It's going to put into the inside of turn 3 here. And it looks like Devantia is going to move himself up into the 4th position now, Alex.
Yeah, great move. Capitalised fully on what was going on around him. The Cowboy shows all the quality and class that we've come to expect. Oh, as he rides the curbs, Morale behind Cowboy. A little bit shaken and stirred by the one before. But, yeah, now Cowboy firmly fixed on the podium positions. Fascinating to think how Swarovski and Johansson had the gap made. The draft was broken. Oh, Cowboy coming under threat. This time from Morale. Morale looking to go up the inside. Got the better drive out of turn 1. 2x2 in front. Oh, but Cowboy just outbrakes him into Druids that time round. But they had the break, Swarovski and Johansson, and that one move that Swarovski ended up facilitating cost them, and now it's a battle in 6 again, which is just fascinating, the strategy that these cars in this category bring out. You got to think about, you know, not just 6 corners ahead to make it, well, 5 in this case, only 5 corners, not just 3 or 4 corners ahead, but indeed, where's the draft? Where's the cars around me? What does it cost me to get past and all the rest of it? Just fascinating stuff here, Corey, and what this category, these skips, the great racing that it breeds. This time we see Randall go up the inside. Johansson will look for the switchback immediately. Looks to get alongside. Can he get the spotter's call? Yes, he can. Randall gives him the space. Just keeps him tight. The Great Dane up the inside. Gets the spot back. Swarovski getting challenged from Devantia now. Cedes the corner. Couldn't get it done. Swarovski holding off the Cowboy where so many others have failed around the outside of turn 2 there.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. This is where the racing is starting to pick up here by the looks of things, as even in the back 3 there, they were having their own little battle into Druids as well, almost going 3 wide on entry to the corner. But look at the run that Randall has coming out of the final corner. He's going to be completely side by side with DJ before they even get to the line. I think Randall's going to lead this lap. And let's see if DJ will be able to get underneath again. He's not going to be able to because Swarovski's there. There's contact as DJ tried to close the corner down on Swarovski, but looking 4 wide as they're coming to Druids. Who needs the Nürburgring Nordschleife when we got Skippies racing at Brands Hatch Indy for some 4 wide action there, Alex?
Unbelievable stuff. You wouldn't have thought you would see 4 wide on the run out of turn 1 into Druids, but it all compressed up. The clown car of Vasco Swarovski showing a bit of damage there. It was very, very tight. He did an amazing job to get in underneath the Doggo-mobile. Made it stick. A little bit of netco, very close racing there. He'll have the bit between the teeth. Not looking to defend into turn 1, surprisingly. Going to take that wider line, leave the door open. The question is, will he leave it open for 2 or just the 1? Maybe he's worried about the damage that he's picked up. Morale now coming up the inside. The Gardner having a look as well. Swarovski goes around the outside. I'm wondering, no, he's got the drive out. He's done all right there. The Cowboy also having contact, getting shuffled back some of the hard-earned positions that he fought for. The question is, Randall we know has the pace to bridge the gap, but does Johansson, does the Dogomobile of the Great Dane have the pace to bridge the gap and get back on the front, Corey?
Well, we're just about 7 laps to go.
In the
In the back,
background.
there's more contact. That was Devantia. He's gone with Gardner, I think. That's a shame as they made contact there coming out the final corner. I was going to say with 7 laps to go, it's going to be very hard for DJ to close that gap because there's so limited opportunities to try and make up time around such a tiny little track here, Alex.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Looked like I had a quick look at the replay there. Looks like Brian Kelly just got caught out in the tight race. We haven't said his name all night. I hadn't even spotted him at the back there, but he just got into the rear of the Cowboy and turning around through the final corner. Both of them catching it expertly and leaving themselves at least with a chance, albeit that they're off the back by 4.5 odd seconds of this front group of 5 now. Now, 1.3 seconds as they exit the final corner. 1.3 and kind of holding a little couple of hundredths picked up by Randall as they're coming up on lap traffic we see in the foreground. Randall looks like what do we have? 50, yeah, identical times to the 100th last time round. Sorosky sitting in third. Morale, it's a little bit more spaced out. We saw 4 wide before, but a bit between the teeth has Dennis Johansson looking to bridge what gap he can, but looking like it's questionable whether he's got the pace with 5 laps to go when they cross the line next time round.
One thing that could play a part here, Alex, is I just noticed our leaders are starting to get towards some lap traffic as the first one of Jürgen Rigtrup. He's skillfully moved out of the way for our leaders here, making sure he doesn't get involved. But there's one more up the road there with 5 laps to go that they might end up running into here. So we'll see how that one's going to pan out as Morale looking to the inside of Sorosky in turn 1. Couldn't quite have the drive. And let's see, he doesn't quite have it there for turn 2. So Sorosky just holding on to the 3rd position. I also saw a big lockup on the right front from Dennis Johansson as they went into Druids that time. So you can tell that Johansson definitely pushing the envelope here a little bit, and I think his car might be starting to struggle for it a little bit, Alex.
Yeah, it could be. He's not making up any time though. That gap, if anything's half a tenth further and growing. It'll be started 1.3 a lap or so back. It's now 1.4. In fact, I think it was so that's been about what it is as we see Sorosky start taking defensive line. Morale going up the inside at turn 1 once again. Sorosky just managing to get the drive as he can. Oh no, that anchor there that someone left in the sand trap has cost Sorosky 2 positions. He clipped the anchor there on the outside of turn 1. I wonder if he's got steering damage or something out of those crashes. The rear, the contact, the rear suspension. Let's look as he's driving straight. Oh yeah, looks like it might be a little bit left hand down, just a fraction. Certainly no meatball. He'll probably hang on to it okay. No. Anyway, it looks like Sorosky's done for tonight and not real happy about it. 1.4 seconds is the gap now, Johansson to Randall. Lap times are pretty similar. There's a 100th either way for the 2 drivers. One way, the lap before was Johansson's way. This time it's Randall. Very tough to bridge the gap when the times are so close generally, but then you get the quality of the drivers and they're going to go lap for lap. Very tough to bridge that gap. Randall now only having to hang on for a couple more, 2 to go when they cross the line next time round, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. And those 2 laps will be over in less than 2 minutes as 51-second lap times around this track. And these guys pushing as hard as they can. The battle is still on for 3rd, mind you. The battle for 1st and 2nd might be over, but Gardner has been absolutely hounding Morale's gearbox, looking for a move as we do officially have 2 to go. Look at the switchback. He feigned to the outside, went down to the inside, did Gardner. Couldn't get the move made. In fact, he slowed down enough that Sorosky might have a move here for 4th. He goes to the outside, And Gardner super deep under brakes right up onto the tail of Morale. Didn't get the drive out that he probably would have wanted as that gap starts to grow again. But the battle for third still absolutely on in earnest here, Alex.
100%. It'll be white flag next time round. Morale hanging on for what will be, I think, his maiden podium if he gets it. Randall will certainly be his maiden victory if he hangs on, but at 1.5 seconds, as Fred the flag marshal vigorously waves his surrender flag, we have Morale up the inside. It looks like Gardner trying to go around the outside. What's Sorosky got left in the clown car? He's got a decent run. Gardner will cover it, but didn't cover it quick enough as Sorosky's up the inside. The rear of Gardner's car starting to sing as side by side the two ANZ drivers go. Gardner will have the inside at 3 though. Sorosky trying to hang around the outside but couldn't quite do it. He'll switch back to the left. Gardner's covering it. And it looks like Gardner might hang on unless he gets quite unsettled there. Sorosky, can he come up the inside? The rear of Gardner's car steps out once again. They will go side by side. Will Sorosky have the drive? But it's Randall. Gets the old canter wiggle going to take out his first victory. Morale similarly at Sorosky and Gardner, but it's Gardner takes out P4 at the end and Sorosky's off into the never never. Devantia got it from Kelly. Adams, the second clown car, top 10 finish if you don't mind, up 5 positions, grab 39 I rating, why don't you, Greg? Congrats, mate. Adrian Brook down there in 12th, last of the point scoring positions. Cabal, after a spectacular start, came to a spectacular halt. He's down there at 13th. Chris Herrera, of course, had his early problems. All the drivers now just coming across the line. Stalwart of the Skippy community, Mr. Jason Willman there, crossing the line to round them out. Let's go check out our final results. Then here they are. Jeff Randall for Gone Skipping Racing. The UK and I driver taking out a famous victory here tonight. He was up and down like a yo-yo. Even spun out at one point from memory, or they caught it. Didn't quite spin out, but certainly had the moments in the middle there. But ends up winning it by 1.4 seconds from the Great Dane, Dennis Johansson. In the Doggermobile, finishing second. Yannick Morale, his maiden podium here for France. 3.6 seconds behind doesn't really tell the story of the race, noting that we had periods of up to 4 wide. But well done to Yannick Morale, who took third place. The battle for fourth and fifth stayed hot right until the end, with Neil Gardner, Captain 499 for Generally Stupid and Slow, taking out that battle with the clown car. Vasco Sorosky put it on pole. Had some adventures and some bumps and bruises. Finished, still got a top 5 position there for Team Clowns. Sound of Andy the Cowboy, he ended up getting up only 3 positions after getting to the point where he was vying for the podium. Had the unfortunate bumps and bruises similar to what Sorosky had, but came off worse the wear. The Cowboy finishing down in 6th. Brian Kelly up early or late, depending on your perspective, out of the US. He's finished in 7th. The Goose Juice Racing's Wildlife Warrior, Ryan Chenoweth, he's finished in 8th. Shoji Nishikiori from Japan, he the sole Japanese driver in the field, has finished in 9th on debut. Greg Adams, the other clown in the field for Team Clowns, he's finished in 10th. Top 10 finish for Greg, great job. Simon Wareham from UK and I on debut finishes in 11th. Adrian Brooks, similarly from UK and I on debut, rounds out the point scoring positions here on a Sunday night. Jesus Cabal from Iberia in 13th. Craig Biley on his return to Sunday Night Lights from the ANZ's finished in 14th. Chris Ferreira for running on empty unfortunately came unstuck on his late night adventures, and he's finished down in 15th. 16th was Carell Mayer on debut. 17th, similarly on debut, was Jeff Hawthorne from the US of A. ANZ's Jason Willman finishes in 18th. 19th, Jorgen Rigtrup, his second race with us here for MSB Racing. He's finished in 19th. Marcel Brunschweiler, similarly, his second race with us. He's finished down in 20th. And Craig Gilmartin, 2 laps down, the ANZ driver, finishing and rounding out the field in 21st, Corey. Big night. Plenty of action on this tight little circuit. Not as popular as others, but certainly the racing was all to play for and all out there tonight.
Yeah, this is actually a layout that I really like for the Skippy. It's so fun to just sling it around the Indy circuit here. It's practically an oval with a couple of extra corners thrown in and going the wrong direction. But it's a fun little track, and these guys absolutely put it all out there tonight. The racing was incredible. A little bit of netcode spoiling the fun a little bit again, but at least we didn't have any glue traps like last week. But I can tell you one thing's for sure, Alex. We have one very excited Jeff Randall waiting in the green room for us to drag him up and have a chat.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Maybe the update during the week fixed the gluing. Maybe. We'll see. At least there was plenty of pumping and rubbing, but no gluing, which was good to see. But yes, let's grab Mr. Randall taking out his maiden victory here tonight. Jeff, congratulations. We finally figured out how to get you in the green room. Sorry for that. Fix that up. But congratulations, mate. You got pretty hot and heavy out there. You had your mid-race moments and then fought your way back. Must be very satisfying.
Happy days, yeah, happy days for sure. It was a cracking race. I love Brands Indy. It's designed for people with small brains, a few corners. Yeah, I love it. I mean, the little incident with Dennis, I don't think I left him quite enough room on the inside, so I was justified to go back down at fourth. And yeah, it's great scrap to get back. And then trying to get back past Dennis again. He knows every trick. You know, he's an old dog at this, and yeah, it was quite rewarding to finally get back past him, figure out how to get past him. Yeah, great fun, loved it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, mate, since you've been back on track, the pace has come back in earnest, and you've been pushing the pace with others, racing hard, and then we saw the unfortunate stuff from last week, which of course, hopefully, iRacing is fixed. We saw none of that here tonight, by the looks of it, which was great. Maybe the patch did something this week, but you know, you still, I think, managed a podium last week from memory, but it was a case of what could have been. But tonight, I think this is from memory, might even be your third podium, but the first victory. So congratulations, mate. Hopefully there'll be more to come there, mate. We're going to continue seeing here on a Sunday night.
Oh, certainly, whenever I can, yeah. Sunday mornings over here in the UK are a bit complicated for me, but if I can, I'll be here for sure. I love the racing with these guys. It's clean, it's fair, it's hard, it's great.
Perfect, mate. Now let everyone know you got a little league thing going earlier in the week as well, before the night here. Tell everyone else how they can find out and get some of this great Skippy action.
Oh, great stuff. Yeah, on a Friday at 19:30 GMT is the Skip Barber Challenge Trophy, and you can go on to the Discord, search for Skip Barber Challenge Trophy, and that'll get you there. If you don't mind, I'll put an invite out on your Discord.
Absolutely.
Alex, that'd be great. And of course, you can search on the iRacing UI, search on the league page for Skip Barber Challenge Trophy, and you can apply to join there. It's a good, fun competition.
Yeah, a couple of races, bit of reverse grid action, that sort of thing. And, of course, you can, if you're local to us here in the ANZ, that's not too early, but you will have to get up on a Saturday morning because the time difference, I think it's about 7 o'clock or something. But don't let that put you off. Big grid racing in Skippies is what it's all about. It's a ton of fun. So congratulations again, Jeff. Well done. Maiden victory. Really pleased for you, mate. Hopefully more of this type of action for you to come. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
Yeah, of course, Alex, you and Corey for great broadcast. It's always good to sit and watch back, and everyone else out there for a great race. It was a cracker today. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, perfect, mate. Well, congratulations again. Look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, Corey. Jeff Randall, for gone skipping races after taking out his maiden victory. Mate, talk about up and down and up again. Everything happening there tonight.
Oh, yeah, he was an absolute yo-yo here tonight, but he's been putting in the hard yards. And I remember it was just a few seasons ago, he was down in the 4.5K range And look at him now. He's up in the 6.7 or 5.7. I can't read that properly, but he's right up there in I rating now. He's fighting towards the front of the field. He's got a lot of confidence about him as well, and his racecraft is just absolutely evolved into something spectacular, especially this season. And it's great to see him having some good results and coming in getting the win. And I expect before the season's out, we'll see him at the top step a couple more times. So it'll be a really exciting season to see what Jeff Randall can do.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Well, we got the head clown here as well, Mr. Vasco. Mate, we're talking about the up and down and up again race to Jeff Randall. Unfortunately, it ended a little bit down compared to where he started, mate. Great pole, great drive there for that. And then, mate, couldn't get out of the action tonight.
Oh, congrats to Jeff for winning. Mate, he did really well coming back and getting all through that. I don't know. Tip to the young fellas. Don't watch your mirrors. Don't worry about what's going on behind you. Because we started making mistakes and not watching what was in front. So got a little bit happy. I think we got Dennis out to about 0.9 at 1 second. And I thought, oh, life's good. We just nail a couple of laps and we'll be good. But I kept watching where Dennis was in the time. And next thing you know, like I was saying to Jeff just then, a 10th here, you lost 2 tenths on this one, and they're back again. So, not the proudest moment by any stretch, but hey, fun. We'll learn one day. Don't know when, but we'll learn one day.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Well, the other thing, of course, the pace is there. It's just a matter of putting it together, mate. So pole sitter, running the race, winning the race for a long time. So, mate, it's all
we
to play
ran
for.
it onto the dirt in the end too, which is something I haven't done for God knows how long, and it's just pushing. I think, looking back at that now, I let Dennis go through the second time or whatever it was, and probably shouldn't have then. I thought, I won't hold us both up, but because they were coming, but they were going to come anyway. So it might have been an idea to fight a little bit harder on that, and then we ended up with front wing damage, and after that was. You were barely keeping up in draft, so it made it tough when the others were coming through. But anyway, it's fun. What can I say? One day.
That's it, mate. One day. One day. Very good. All right, mate. Well, great to see you out there. Great to see the pace. I'm sure it's coming, mate. It's not far away now. But anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
You and Corey, for everything you do, and the other races, Jeff, Dennis, all the other boys, Neil, Sam, everyone that shows up to this week in, week out, and they make people look forward to it and get in there and actually try. So good on them, mate. So thank you to everyone. Yeah. And obviously the other clown boys in my ear. So sorry for the disappointment, boys. I think they got a bit happy halfway through the race, but yes.
Perfect.
Next time.
All right, mate. And give Greg a good shout out for us as well, finishing in the top 10. Good on him, mate.
Awesome.
Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. All right, mate. We'll talk soon. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Corey, it was Vasco Sorowski. Oh, what could have been, mate? He was away, and then he wasn't. He was away again, and then, the damage cost him any chance of moving forward, although he still gave it a fair old crack.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. And I've come to the conclusion that Vasco has evolved to the point of being the guy 1.0, where he's putting in the excellent qualifying. He just hasn't been really getting it together in the race. I mean, he's still got a top 5 out of this one, but, it was the circumstances leading up to how he fell to 5th that he probably just needs to tidy up on a little bit. You can see that he's already been fairly introspective about what happened throughout that race, and it's good to see that he's got that immediate realization of what happened and what he could have done differently, but now he's got to start putting that into practice, and hopefully some better results coming his way as well.
Yeah, that's it, mate. All right, one to go. We'll bring up the cowboy, Mr. Sam Devantier, who again had an action-packed race. Looked like he was going to move up from 9th, and certainly was in contention for the podium there for a while, and then it all came unstuck, and finished out there at 6th. But fair old drive to you, Sam. Congratulations, but perhaps not the one you wanted in the end.
I gotta say, sorry to Ryan real quick for the 4X after the race. That was a bit silly of me, because I was a bit frustrated, let's put it that way. A bit frustrated. Yeah, I got no words to say. Just bad luck.
Yeah, that's it, mate. A bit unseated there from Brian Kelly in the mid stage. Easy to do in that sort of tight racing, and then but all that hard work, mate. Look, the quality wasn't what you wanted, no doubt. Bit short of a run here this week, but then the fight through there, going around the outside a couple of times, must have been enjoyable.
It was fun. It was enjoyable. I think I played too much in the sploosh weather, the wetness weather. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's it, mate. The new and shiny. Distracting a few people this week, that's for sure. But look, thank you once again for joining. It's always great to see you out there. Sam, anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Just you guys all see every single week, and yeah, and everyone rocked up tonight.
Perfect. All right, Sam, great to talk to you, mate. Look forward to talking to you again soon.
Yep, see ya.
There you go, Corey, the cowboy, Sam Devantia, another one. This race had quite a few up and downs for different people. I mean, you can see the guy who finished in second, Dennis Johansson, sitting in fifth there. He was up 4 positions from where he started. You can see the Cowboy's well off. Brian Kelly off in the background of this shot. And you can see all those drivers came back into it at a point in time. And it just goes to show that the racing that this series brings out is continues to be exciting and great to watch each and every week.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. And I was just having a little look through as you're going through those guys. Chenoweth was also up 4. Shoji was up 4 as well. Gregory Adams up 5. So there's plenty of people in that top 10 that were making a lot of moves to gain a lot of positions. And, it's surprising with how small and tight this track is that there's that much overtaking that goes on. A few people did get lucky, managing to escape incidents, but a lot of people just getting out there and really giving it the hard yards and pushing through and making moves where we don't typically see moves like to the outside of Druids. How many times do you honestly see that happening? Because I can tell you now the answer is not very much, especially not in a high-level skippy race. Normally it's a big dive bomb up the inside. But these guys put it all out there for the entertainment of us and the entertainment of the people who watch. And we're so grateful for it each and every single week, Alex.
100%. Really appreciate the support we get here, of course, both on track and off, as we get to bring this great action each and every week. All right, mate, that might do us. You want to tell the folks at home what you got coming up this week?
So at silly o'clock for me in the morning tomorrow, I'll be participating in the Winstel 2004 Cup Series. They're going to be racing at Texas, and I have to qualify in once more, as I wasn't in the top 35 in the last season's points. But with the current point standing that I'm at, I'm hoping with a decent enough result, if I can qualify in, I'll be in the top 35 in the points for this season, because after Texas is when the current top 35 in points don't have to qualify their way in. So that'll be a little bit exciting. Then on Wednesday at 11:35 West Coast time, that's GMT +8, the Output Racing League Circus moves their way into Chicagoland. Thought it was Chicagoland last week, but it was actually Road America. So we're going to Chicago this week, a nice, big, wide, 1.5-mile long track where plenty of moves are to be made. And then on Friday, I have the Reverb Series, which is, we're running the Wayland Modified there. And we're going for a couple of races with a top 8 reverse grid for New Hampshire Motor Speedway, which is always a little bit of fun with the boys. Saturday night, I'll be at the Perth Motorplex, so watch out Sunday morning for all the footage from the Saturday night of Easter racing action. That'll be on the Speedway Memes Facebook page, facebook.com/SpeedwayMeme69. And then it's back here with you next week, Alex, as we tackle Mid-Ohio. And this one is the one with the chicane in it.
Yeah, should be interesting. Might bring a few folk out. I guess we'll we'll find out when the time comes. But for now, folks, make sure you go check out our Discord. As Jeff Randall said, he'll pop up the details there for the Friday Night League there if you want to get in amongst that action. But it's also where all the news and views and updates and everything for Sunday Night Lights occurs. Otherwise, go check out the replay in 1440p. Of course, we stream live on the Top Split YouTube, but that's where all the race replays for this and every other season of Sunday and Monday Night Lights can be found. And of course, as Corey said, we'll be back next week here on Top Split TV on Twitch, the sacred home of Sunday Night Lights, at the same time, same bat channel. But for now, and on behalf of the chaotic one, Mr. Corey Steinhauser, I'm Alex McKellar. Thank you as always to everyone for joining us here on a Sunday night. Until next time, I will say ciao for now.